My name is Leo Connors, and welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. Tonight is my guest, my friend, who's been on the show maybe double digits.
Sure.
Sonny Goodspeed.
Leo, how you been, buddy?
Not bad, pal. How are you?
Wonderful.
I haven't talked in a while, so this is going to be fun.
This is good.
We're going to get right into it. We got a good amount of fan questions.
Good.
Dave Fournier, what is your favorite food to make?
So,
Yeah.
I actually just made something today that I'm pretty proud of. I don't know what it is. I just put some black beans and some pinto beans with some chorizo and linguiça and a bunch of seasonings, and then over a bed of brown rice, and I meal prepped it and put it into portions in my fridge, and that's delicious. My wife won't touch it because it's too spicy. And yeah, so I'll get 5 meals out of that, and that was pretty delicious. But I like making steak tips, so steak tips is probably my favorite. Yeah. You?
I like steak tips, but I like the chicken tenders.
Your chicken
I love
fingers
to
are
make
amazing.
my tenders.
Yeah.
Chicken wings, obviously, because it's the sauce. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I like to cook almost anything.
Yeah.
Chicken dip, buffalo chicken dip.
So good.
I make that really good, too.
Yeah.
So, all right. So Dave's got a couple more.
All right, Dave.
I've seen in the past you have attended concerts.
Oh, hell yeah.
What are some of your favorite concerts and why? Good question.
So recently it's been Shinedown. Like I'm actually going to see him. Well, when this airs, it'll be, no, it's tonight, right? Oh, whatever. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night.
It'll be out in 2 days,
up in Guilford, New Hampshire. We're going to see my daughter and I. I've seen them together probably 6 or 7 times.
Nice.
I've seen them since they opened for Three Doors Down in Manchester.
Right. When
they first went into this WAAF and did the Simple Man cover. And, and played 45 live, and they open up for Three Doors Down. So I've seen them every opportunity I get. I remember when my youngest was young, like in middle school, I took her and 2 friends from school to go see him down in Lowell.
Nice.
They just put on an amazing show. Super, super tight band. I love seeing them. You and I are going to see Blue October that I'm pumped about.
Can't wait.
That's on the 23rd. That's the night before my birthday, so that's going to be a hell of a time.
Oh, yeah.
Up at Hampton. And one of my favorites to see, it's completely opposite of them, but is a guy named Edwin McCain.
Yep, I know you love him.
I've seen him. I'm going to see him twice next month, and it's probably going to be, it's going to be close to my 40th time seeing him, 50th time probably.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of time seeing one band.
Yeah, pretty much twice a year for 25 years.
No kidding.
Yeah, so 50 times at least, right? So, yeah, and anytime he comes around, I try to pick up tickets.
Right.
It's not like it's not like Shinedown, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a very intimate acoustic set, and but he plays his hits, and he's got a great voice still. His band is tight. Just I hear the same stories, but I just love it.
Right.
I love it.
No, that's cool. I mean, when you love a band like that, like Blue October, they came out of left field. They'd already been a band for like 15 years before I even found them. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I love them. Yeah. As much as I love Tesla, who I've loved for 35 years or longer.
Yeah, probably longer,
You know? So, all right.
Crazy.
So Dave's got one more. Will we ever see, we've answered this like 8 times at least when you've been on the show. Will you ever see Sonny Goodspeed in a wrestling ring again?
Breaking news. Everybody ready for this?
Yeah.
You ready?
Let's go.
Absolutely not. No.
All right.
Never again.
Yeah.
No. I have no interest.
Like I said, I think you mentioned that 10 times already. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Dave, for the 3 questions. Ryan Drew, why do you hate wrestling?
That's a great question, Ryan Drew. Not that I hate it. Burned out. You know, like a lot of time you spend in this business, you meet people, and especially this last run that I had, I think that you meet people that you think you're friends with or whatever, and you know they've always said you make a lot of acquaintances, not a handful of friends. Yeah, you're a guy I consider a friend. Ryan Drew's a guy I consider a friend. There's been people that I thought were friends that ended up screwing me, or not even screwing me. I'm not even going to say that. Just they weren't there when I thought they were going to be there. Right, and just proved wrong. So just left a really, really bad taste in my mouth. Right, and I just I'm just much happier not being in it at this point. But that may change at some point. But just right now, the past 7 months have been awesome. Not having to think about who am I going to book Friday night, or what building can we get into, or Christ's sakes, how are we going to make payroll, or You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the Thursday before the Saturday show, somebody calls and cancels on the show. Or,
Right.
You know, and it just, I just, not having that stress in my life has been healthy.
Good.
So it's good. And
I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's
Because
good.
all I want you is to be happy.
That's it, man. That's all anybody needs, right?
Yep. Thank you, Ryan. Now we got on. You happen to see Travis Mullet Man Hinton, his episode. He was a couple weeks ago. When does your cooking show make a return?
So Lee and I were just talking about this, actually. So we had contacted the studio that we were running it out of. And what Leo and I were doing, we were meeting on a Saturday morning. And, I mean, to the point where we picked up one of the producers for the show at his house to drive him to it. And we'd buy all the stuff. We'd put the show together, but we loved doing it. And unfortunately, when COVID hit, that studio's hours changed. Production staff came down a little bit, and they just haven't been able to get back to that point. Their studio closes early.
Right.
They're not open on weekends. Like if Leo and I didn't have full-time jobs that we can get on a Wednesday at 1 o'clock, that'd be great. We'd be able to do it right now. But unfortunately, we have bills.
We have to work.
And then the cooking show prior to, not prior to, but it just doesn't pay. You know what I mean?
Well, my mother gets mad.
So
how come you do that for free? Like you don't understand, Mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes you just get to do stuff. We were this close to being discovered, though.
Yep.
I remember the Food Network was calling. Bobby Flay and all them. Yeah.
We were being seen in Mississippi, Oregon. I mean, right? I mean, Colorado.
Yeah, the show. They actually that was pretty cool. They gave us the reports from the show of where it was being downloaded.
Yeah.
Because the show was being filmed and then just sent out to all the public access.
Yep.
So the places that it was actually shown in was kind of cool. Like
and it was doing good numbers.
It was doing decent for a public access TV show because I think. Just because of we never scripted anything,
right? No,
so
never.
We just sat and talked, and just we cooked like we were just like you were over my house or I was over yours, and just hanging, cooking up some meatballs or whatever.
And I think people liked it that it wasn't from their area too. You know what I mean? Like, what are these dudes up in New Hampshire doing?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And the name itself, Dropkick Kitchen, was what I think was clever enough, and I think. We talk about it though. We'd love to bring it back. You sent me a message not too long ago, so that it popped up on your Facebook memory of 5 years ago we started it, and we had a year run with it, and then COVID hit. Or no, a little more than a year run.
Right.
COVID hit, and then it just.
Yeah, it's too bad, but you never know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still willing to do it.
Maybe we can get Bob the Pen to. Expand your studio.
Let's go,
put it
Bob.
In the kitchen.
Let's see what we can do.
Don't you have any restaurant ties, or don't you know anybody? Maybe a sponsor to get us in there.
I think the Pen knows lots of people.
I think he does.
Yeah. All right, let's get back into fan questions. Ryan Brown. When is Chunky Buffet? Another question that you've answered 10 times. I love you, Ryan. When is Chunky Bufunky returning? We need to see Scott Ashworth and Sonny Goodspeed in the ring together soon. I agree.
I know that Ash still, well, actually, last I knew, Ash was still doing some stuff.
Right.
Sparingly. You know, he's got a full career and kids to raise. And
I don't think he's done anything in the past few months. That's
probably not. But I know that, I mean, in the past year he has.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I think he's much in the position like me, where he just, if it's close to the house and it makes sense for him, he'll do it. But he doesn't want to do the drives. And he didn't want to do the drives 15 years ago, you know what I mean?
Right. No, I get it.
So he doesn't want to do them now, you know?
Right.
But it's not in the cards.
All right.
Not in the cards.
All right. Next question is from Maverick Wild. The past few years have seen many of our old friends die or become incapacitated by injury or illness. How does this affect you, and how do you cope with it? It's a good question.
So I cope with it completely inappropriately.
Right.
We have mutual friends that each lost a leg in the past year and a half, say. So because of my dark sense of humor, they each lost. One lost the left, one lost the right. I made jokes that like I could buy a pair of shoes and give them as Christmas gifts. Buy a 12 pair of socks and split them. You know. I had asked about maybe welding on a pogo stick. You know, a go-go gadget leg or something like that. That's just how I deal with anything that's that's tough to deal with because I'm immature.
Yeah.
They say that when you take your first bump, that's when your maturity level stops.
Right.
And you just stay there forever. So that puts me at like 20, 21 years old.
Right.
When all I was thinking about is, boobs and beer. And,
Yep.
And not that now I just think about boobs.
Right.
And, but it's just, that's just where my mind goes. It's just a lot easier to deal with it with humor and dark jokes than it does to actually just sit and think about it. And, and actually process it and deal with it. My best friend Dave lost his leg. He's actually moving in 2 weeks.
To where?
Moving to the Carolinas. Just
wow.
warmer weather.
Nice
He's already got a place.
North Carolina?
I think it is north.
Nice.
Yeah. Him and his wife already have a place down there. That brand new building they're moving into.
That's awesome.
You got the movers packed up, ready to go, so I don't have to move anybody.
Wow.
That's even better.
Yeah.
So it's that's how he's dealing with it. You know what I mean? He goes, the warm weather. He said, I don't have to freaking worry about carrying salt with me everywhere. Just he goes, I'm just going to sit on the beach every day.
Yeah.
He's a mile from his beach. Yeah. So
Dave's a
he's
great
pumped.
guy.
Yeah, he is. He's awesome. He deserves it. So it's good for him. But
all right. So we got rid of that question, right? No, with Matt, that was the So we did. All right. Scott Anthony, shooter. Who is the next big breakout star?
There's this kid, Christian Casanova. I think he's going to be pretty big.
Yeah, I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, I have no.
Right.
I just don't follow the scene anymore because of the bad taste in my mouth. There's nobody out there for me to like that. I would.
I'm going to mention a couple guys that I know you have heard of them. I know you have. Dustin Waller.
Yeah.
This tag partner, Kylon King.
Yeah.
BRG, Channing Thomas. They're pretty much the same guys that are still around.
Channing's been on that
the cusp.
On that cusp for I don't know what it's going to take. The kid's got size. He can talk. He looks the part.
Yeah.
And he can work, man. He
can.
And him and Sydney together.
Yeah. Oh, together.
Like, I don't know if they still are.
No, they are. They still are.
Sydney cut some of the best promos. Put that kid over and put him in a position, that shines on him. Now again, this is going back a year since I've seen any of that stuff. But him, BRG, I think is still I think of as a kid. Like he's like a kid. But back then he was good. There's a lot of those guys like in that area. In that there's Monty Aries and
Price,
Alec Price. Yeah, Monty. No,
Kid V.
Yeah, there's a lot of those guys that are
upcoming kids.
Yeah, exactly. So there's just the Cam and his brother Kyle. And, there's a bunch of different guys.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning them because the last couple of times I haven't, and I think they deserve to be mentioned in
Cam
there
and Kyle
too.
Specifically?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Both him and his brother.
Just crazily, naturally athletic kids. Gifted. So,
But the Dustin Waller and Kylon King, they're getting booked everywhere, dude. I'm just, you know what I mean?
No.
So they're making a name outside the area. So that gives them a leg up, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On moving on to the next level.
Not that this means anything to anybody, but they're dead to me because when I tried to book them for my shows and they blew me off, so I was like, I'll forget it then. I'm not chasing anybody. So if you can't return an email or a text, I'm all set. Like, I'm not chasing anybody. So,
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
All right.
But I wish them the best because they are talented kids. Clearly, that's why I wanted to get them booked. So.
All right. Thanks, Shooter. That was a great question. From a guy you like, the pro wrestling politician.
Heard of him.
Would you come back? Would you like a match with the politician?
No. No. Yeah, tell you what. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
If the money was right, and I came back, that's who I'd come back with, and I'd work with a politician.
Yeah, politician and Congo if you could.
Congo for sure. Yeah, but I don't know how Congo's doing.
Right.
I haven't talked to him a little bit, but Monty always wanted a match with me as well. So if I ever came back, I would try to do something there, tie in there somewhere. Yep. Maybe me and Monty against Congo and politician.
Monty's a good dude too.
Yeah, Monty's a great kid. Yeah,
he really is.
If that ever comes about, that's what it'll be.
All right. Well, this guy that's pretty close to the politician, Michael Pitaro. Do you have one more match in you? Do you have it?
Yeah. I think you always have that one last match, you know?
Right.
Because as wrestlers, like, I never retired or did a thing. I just stopped taking bookings.
Yeah.
Like, I would take a booking and then be like, I don't really want to go to this thing, and I'd cancel. And then I just stopped taking them.
Yep.
And so I never really went out. Not like there's a correct way to go out. Here's the thing. We're independent wrestlers.
Right.
I'm not going to do the thing where you leave the boots in the ring.
Yeah.
Because really, who gives a shit? Like, or
a lot of people do that.
Yeah, but and it's just, we're wrestling in front of 125 people. Like, you know what I mean? That's not a thing. Like, I'm still going to get up and go to my job on Monday. It's
Nothing's really changing.
Yeah, it means nothing to anybody.
Yeah.
So I just decided to just step away instead of
just leave your boots at home.
Yeah, exactly. I mean? Yeah, instead of doing a whole ceremonial thing, because I just don't agree with it on that level anyway.
Yep.
You know what I mean? On this level,
right?
And that's where that's at. But yeah,
all
nothing
right.
else. Yeah.
Craig Callia, the ref. Would you go back to booking or promoting shows?
I think I would, and I've been asked relatively recently about doing it, and I actually gave it a thought for a second, but then I just thought about the time that you're committed to, right? It's not just anything you can do, like, hey, I got a show on Friday night, so Saturday morning I'm going to put together the show. There's so much to it, right? Especially now, because there's so many independent wrestling promotions running. To nail down those group of guys, even if you just have, say, 18 guys. Say you have 18 guys, that this is your crew, this is what they are. How are you going to tell that story weekly or every 3 weeks and get all those people, get those 18 loyal guys on the show, committed? And, how are you going to keep them that way? So it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
And I think that's why the book is always done with a pencil, you know what I mean? Because you can erase it and change it. And I just don't have, at this point, I don't have the time.
Right.
No, I take that back. I do have the time.
Yeah.
I don't want to commit the time. How's that? Like, at this point, depending on what you want to do, like, are you writing TV? Are you writing wrestling for TV or to stream or whatever the case is, to hope you can get an extra set of 50 eyes on it?
Yeah.
Or are you doing it just for those 130 people that show up consistently? You know what I mean?
Right.
There's just a lot to it, and I just don't want to commit the time coming up. So I think it's just easier. Stay at home.
Well, and like you said, though, there's so many places to come, so it's hard to get a big crowd. Like at a show, like honestly, there could be 3 shows in a span of 30 miles between them, right? And they're all gonna do 50 to 60 people, maybe 70.
Yeah.
But if there wasn't, not all of those fans would have went to another show. They'd only go to a certain product.
So it's weird. It's
tough.
It's very, very tough. I just got done watching, just literally before we got here today, that docu-series on Netflix, The Wrestlers, about OVW. Have you watched it?
I watched episode 1 so far.
Okay. So I'm just going to, spoiler alert.
That's all right.
And they're talking about needing to make 500 pay-per-views, to sell 500 pay-per-views in order to be profitable. That's nationwide, worldwide.
Right.
They did 74.
Wow. Out of 500. 74.
Yeah, like that's, and you're drawing 225 people in the arena.
Yeah.
But in order to make your nut, you need to do
so
500, right?
Yeah.
Pay-per-view at $14.99 a person.
Okay.
Or a buy. And they couldn't, did 70, they barely did a fifth of it. They couldn't do a fifth of it. And it's a lot of work.
Yep.
For very little payoff.
Yeah. Somebody made a post just recently in how, that you'll go to a WWE or an AEW show and sit in the nosebleed seats for $100.
Yeah.
Right? Buy a shirt. And snacks and all that. But you won't go to a local show where you can get a shirt and a picture for $20.
Yeah.
But you'll support that. But yet, where do you think all those people come from?
Yeah. There's still a big market of people that don't know about the independents.
Absolutely.
They know what's on TV.
Yep.
And there's been students that have come when I was helping Scott up in Concord that didn't know independent wrestling existed.
Right.
She walked in, literally didn't have a clue.
Yep.
She thought the only thing was what WWE on TV. That was it.
And she was probably blown away, like, wow.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's crazy to me that it is that, but
Yep.
It is what it is, right?
Yep. All right. So, JP Griffin, what has wrestling brought you that you are most thankful for? Great question, JP.
Well, that is a great question. Medical bills.
Yeah.
No. This is tough. I would say friends that I normally would have never met otherwise, like a Ryan Drew. Ryan and I may not talk for 6 months, but I know if I shoot a text to him, he's getting right back to me. Guys like Will Duncan and Christian Arnold, those guys, both still involved in wrestling. Will's still training. Christian's helping over at Atlantic Pro. We'll get together once a month and go grab Mexican food together.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And we still
good guys.
Yeah, exactly. Will and I just went and had lunch together last week.
Yep.
And those are guys those friendships on these maybe Will's 15 years younger than I am.
Right.
Christian's 25 years younger than I am.
Yeah.
We probably never would have hooked up.
Right.
And met in any other environment, right?
Yep.
You and I grew up in Nashville or lived in Nashville, but didn't know each other.
Enough, exactly.
You know what I mean? We probably would have never met, and hung out together.
True.
So those people that wrestling has brought into my life.
Yep.
That's Bob the Pen. I'm super thankful for him. Brought to me through wrestling through you. See.
Exactly.
So, does that get me on the Christmas list, Bob the Pen?
I hope so.
God damn it, me too.
I hope so. All right. So, Joe Bruin. And, I didn't go to the thing either.
We didn't end up going?
I didn't even go. Sorry, Joe. I love you, man.
Yeah.
Who would you choose as the top 5 New England grown talents of all time?
I think you have to. I think you'd have to throw. I was going to say John Cena, but that doesn't count. He didn't actually train here. Aaron Stevens.
Yep.
Damian Sandow, right? I think you got guys like. Wow, this is tough.
It is.
So 5 homegrown. Oh, you have to throw in. See, I didn't even say Kofi, but Kofi spent 9 months.
I know,
in
but
New England,
he
right?
still is, though.
So,
That's the only place they would have found him was right here.
Yep. Ivar.
All right.
Ivar
for sure.
Right. Brian Malonis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian Malonis.
Yeah.
And to an extent, I know he didn't make any, but like a Brian Fury, guys like that. Alex Arion. Alex didn't really. Alex was out in Ohio or whatever.
Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards, Eddie was a Walter guy.
He became a world champ of a couple of companies.
Yeah, that's true. Did some Japan stuff. Yeah, so there's a handful of guys, but I think that that would be it.
All right.
I'd have to put probably a Kofi at the top, I guess, then, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Jerry Lane, what's your opinion on the CM Punk firing? Good question, Jerry.
Just from the outside, not knowing anything.
Right.
I think Tony Khan made the right decision.
Yeah.
What it comes across to me is that CM Punk becomes like a cancer to a locker room, and it's not like it's from the outside. I don't know. I don't have any inside. I don't know anybody. But just from the information that we have given to us, it sounds like he's a shit stirrer, and probably better off that he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one thing to offer advice.
Yeah.
Because you do that in your everyday life. I do that. But it's another thing to get pissed off if they don't take your advice. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, just because you say this is the way I would do it doesn't mean that's the way I would do it. And then it's just one of those things that that's where I think we're giving somebody like that a little too much power.
Yep.
Isn't good.
Right.
You can't have. I don't believe that you can have, a hand in both piles.
Right.
I don't think you can be a contracted TV wrestler and then a backstage guy. You have to remove yourself from one or the other. You're gonna,
100%.
To do it 100%. Because how can you commit? like if you're going to be the main event, how can I commit going to put on a 100%, 5-star match, and then handle booking, or putting together, some of the underneath matches,
Right.
100%. You can't do. It's only 100%. There's not 111%. You can't do it, right?
Yep.
So, yeah.
All right.
But I think I'm complete. Again, just from the knowledge I'm handed with, I'm in complete agreement with it.
All right. Did you see any of these questions online before you came
I
on?
am not on any social media again. Yeah, so
This is great.
I didn't see any.
From Ripper, Michael Valancourt. Yes, I would like Mr. Goodspeed's take on a confirmation or denial regarding the allegations levied against former referee, the Gangster of Love, regarding a deceased prostitute outside a southern New Hampshire wrestling venue.
I can neither confirm nor deny. Gangster of Love, Tony Amore.
That's it? That's all we're getting?
Listen.
Wow. Rip, thanks for the question, but he chimes in still, though. Before being investigated for a rib, figuring I should throw that out there, Sheila was made up. Thank you. What?
Yeah, so we pulled a rib on this kid, Tony, the Gangster of Love.
Yeah.
This kid was a piece of work.
Was he tag team partner with the kid with Oh, come on, you know him too. He was on the show. No?
Johnny Rose.
No.
He did. This kid didn't wrestle.
Tony Delfonso.
No.
Okay.
No, this was a tall, skinny kid who wanted to manage.
Yeah.
He wasn't built to be a wrestler.
Right.
So he does managing. So we pulled a rib one night while we were at a facility where we said that Mangy Frank brought a hooker with him.
Yeah.
And we could all go spend some quality time with her.
Yeah.
For a fee. She was taking confessions.
With Mangy Frank.
She was with Mangy Frank, yeah. We just made this whole thing up on the fly.
Right.
And then every now and again, one of us would come out from the back, like adjusting ourselves,
I think I heard this.
Yeah. And finally, Tony's like, "What's going on?" We're like, "Well, keep it to yourselves, but if you have a couple of bucks, go to Mangy Frank's van and take care." And then,
my God.
And then, next thing you know, Rip comes in through the door and he's like, I think it was Rip. He was like frantic, he's
Amazing.
Like, "What the hell did you do? What the hell did you do?" And we're all like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Gangsta's the last one I saw her. She's in the van dead." So yeah.
I did hear this.
Yeah, so we pulled a rib where we tried to pin a murder on Gangster who hadn't left his spot, but we had everybody who wasn't in on the rib believing it.
Saying it was good.
Yeah,
you guys
saying
were
he was
saying
Gangster.
it's him.
Yeah, and he was almost in tears. It was fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. But I did hear that story. I'm trying to figure out where I heard that story. Had to have been from you, though.
From here, yeah.
But I don't.
The best part of that whole thing. Yeah, probably too. Yeah, because he was in on it. The best part of the whole thing is it literally came together while we're just sitting in a room this size. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and we all kind of put it all together.
Yeah. And knew just to go along with it.
Yeah. It was great. And we just knew that he wasn't going to catch on. So.
Right. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I like that.
We were a hell of a workers then.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Our in-ring stuff was terrible, but...
All right. So, Rip, thank you, man. That was great. Maverick Wild, Mike Valancourt, that was great. I have a feeling it might not make the year. And it did.
It's not a real dead hooker, guys. Sorry.
And that's where we're at.
That's it? That was all of them?
That's it, baby.
Oh,
right, we're out of here. No, I'm
couple
just
of people.
kidding.
All right. All right, let's talk.
Let's just talk, man. I want to talk a little about TV shows. Honestly.
Yeah.
Snowfall was amazing. The ending, they nailed it. I mean, to make him, spoiler alert, like his father.
Show's been over a year now, so it's...
But you know what I mean?
But yeah, absolutely. It's
that was
They ended
great.
that perfectly. They ended that perfectly. Let's go into Mayans.
Wow.
Mayans ended...
Wow. Fantastic.
So fantastic.
Yeah.
Just the way they wrapped it up. There's There's no questions.
Right.
There was no doubts in your mind.
Yep.
This was the finale.
Yep.
This is how it ends.
This is what's happening.
And this is what happened. Yeah. And this is it. Right. So here we are. Boom. The way that ended, killing easy like that, but his own brother having to do it. And so it just.
Yep. That was amazing. Great, great show. I mean, even before like that part, when they killed Adelita.
Yeah. The young girl, yeah.
No, that girl that had the baby with Angel.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought that was like, great.
Yeah.
Writing and all that, but it was sad too at the same time, man. I didn't see that coming. I really didn't. I don't know. Did you? No. I don't know how you could see that was coming.
I just love that style of writing where they take what would normally be the antagonist,
right?
The bad guy, and make you feel for him.
Yes.
Like they did it with Walter White in Breaking Bad. They did it with I can't think of his name in Sons of Anarchy.
Yep. Jax.
Yep. They're not good people.
Yeah.
By any means, like they're
but
but they
sympathize with them.
But you sympathize with them.
Yeah.
And
that's great writing.
It's amazing writing
and great acting.
Because it's not. It's such a 180 from what you normally read, right? It's
absolutely.
Good versus evil, and they're fine lines, like they're definitive, and they just that I love that whole style of writing now, and it's just those shows are just keep you so intense, and I think it's kind of ties back into wrestling now because it's kind of gone that way. Like, there's clearly good guys and bad guys, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they do blur the lines a little bit, like and cause you to have some sympathy for some people and whatnot. But it's my favorite style of definitely my favorite style of writing.
And that's been going on since The Shield, since 2002,
really
2003. That style of writing.
Think even
for
back,
the bad guy to be a good guy.
Think about even further back though to what was that show with Dennis Franz, who was a cop and
NYPD Blue.
Yes,
that was a fantastic show.
Yeah, was that? I think that was before The Shield.
It was. It was. So that was late '90s.
Yeah, that character was not a good person.
But you loved him.
But you loved him. You wanted to see him succeed.
That's true.
Despite his faults, And
I think you're right.
And I think when they build that underdog character a little bit with that edge, I just think people can get behind it because that's more true, to society than hey man. Here's my halo. Here's my shield and my cape.
Yep.
And then versus here's my
the
pitchfork.
Actors that did it were great actors. I mean, it was believable. Yeah, again, like the Mike Chiklis, but the Dennis Franz was incredible.
So here's one.
Yeah.
You watch? You ever hear of the show Lucifer?
Yeah, I actually have.
So I just watched this whole series on Netflix, and it's literally the devil.
Right.
But he's such a likable character,
right?
Yeah. So
they literally have to watch it.
Yeah, they literally took the devil, and made a whole. It was like six seasons or whatever.
Really,
all based off of him being the devil.
What streaming
it's on Netflix right now.
Netflix. All right, cool.
I think it was like on the WB or something.
Dude, I'll definitely have to watch it.
It's so good though. Yeah. It's clearly fictional, but it's the way they do it, and. He's literally the devil, and they just build that character so you're actually pulling for him.
Yeah,
and it's crazy that they can just do that. And just I wonder who the first person sat in that meeting was. And
said,
they go, hey, let's change things up a bit.
You got this thing, man, with the devil.
Yeah, or just like in general, like hey, let's make a guy who walks that line of good and good and evil, and let's see if we can get people behind him because I think it'll work.
Right,
and that first executive that greenlit it,
Yep. That's pretty wild.
That's some out of the box thinking for TV at that time, and for movies, for everything. I think it's awesome. I think all those shows like that, like we just talked about the reboot of Justified.
Incredible.
Yeah,
I thought it was great. I thought the guy that played the bad guy was fantastic.
Yes, just walking around in his tighty whities all the time. Yeah,
but he was so unlikable.
So unlikable. They made it like.
They made it easy for you to hate
him because he was just such a jerk. Right?
Yeah. And the girl, she was sweet, cute.
Yep. Just made bad decisions, right?
Yes.
So And that was only, what, 8 episodes, right?
Yeah,
8 or 9 episodes?
Yeah, but I'm excited because what they should. Just good thing I was paying attention.
Yeah, because I was going to shut it off, yeah.
Because if I would have walked away, I would have never saw it. Mm-hmm. And what we're talking about is Walton Goggins entering
Lloyd
Justified.
Crowder. Yeah.
Justified City to
Primeval. Whatever it is. Primeval, yeah.
Primeval, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, it's obviously with the strike going on, I don't know what's going to come back and when it's going to come back, but
it was good.
It was really good.
That whole, all 8 episodes, I thought were really
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
Some good acting. The guy that owned the bar, the black guy, he's been in a million things. I'm surprised I don't know his name.
Yeah.
But he was great.
He was great. Yeah, he was awesome.
You know, and again, the guy that played Clementine, he was a real, a real jerk.
Yeah.
Easy
did
to
a great
hate.
job. Yeah. What else have you been watching? Anything? Because there's nothing new.
I've been watching The Winning Time on that Max. The Lakers thing.
The Lakers thing.
Honestly,
yeah.
Wow, dude. The acting in that is amazing. The guys that are playing Kareem, that are playing Magic, are doing a hell of a job, man. Yeah. Seriously.
Have you been watching Heels at all?
Oh, of course. I got through the whole second season. Yep.
Yeah.
Love the show. Matter of fact, now that you brought it up, Mike O'Malley. It's me, Leo, Mara's friend. She said she's going to hook me up with him. Yep. Next time he's in town, she's going to, you know.
He is a local guy. He's from here.
She's going to hook us up, me, her, and him, go have a drink or something.
Yeah, he's producing that. That show's, it's good.
Did you see the finale?
Yes. So I watch it with a different eye.
Yep.
You know, because I like every time Stephen Amell hits the ropes, like Cena with that leg up in the air, it drives me crazy. You know? Like small little fundamental things, but the storytelling and everything they talk about, all makes sense. You know what I mean? It's all crap I've said a million times.
That finale thing, that was really good.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I thought that was really well done, though.
I don't know how they're going to pull off. Whatever. I don't care if I'm spoiling it or whatever. But how he's paralyzed off that move that he did at the end because he landed it perfectly. Yeah. So I'm like, how the hell did that happen?
That was messed up, though. Like that threw me. I didn't see that coming.
You didn't?
I did.
I kind of figured it was coming.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that coming for when he said, I can't. I was like, because I still didn't understand. I thought he was being. Matter of fact, before the episode started, Sonny, I was sitting in my living room and I said, Jack's the heel. He's the heel of the show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then when he said he couldn't, I thought he was just being a heel.
So
saying, just get up. And then when he told his wife, I can't move.
Yeah, I can't feel my legs.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
So it's, again, I don't know where it's going to go from there.
Right.
And we probably won't know for,
it's
going to be at least a year. Yeah. Because this SAG-AFTRA thing isn't ending anytime soon, it doesn't look like. So,
wow.
Yeah, so it's going to be weird. But yeah, that ended kind of, I was a little off. And then it looks like Wild Bill.
Wild Bill.
Having a heart attack in the locker room.
He's an incredible actor. Chris Bauer. I don't know if you know, but he's been in a million things, dude.
Yeah, millions.
He's one of my favorite actors, that guy.
He's very good in that. So it's but it's another one. It's good storytelling.
Yep.
And just based off of wrestling and local town and trying to survive, trying to make it, trying to make a buck. So the struggle's are real.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I've been watching. I just recently started rewatching Ballers.
Ballers. What is that?
That's
with The Rock.
With The Rock. Yeah. That's on Netflix now. So
Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
why isn't it on Max?
I bet it is. But,
okay. All right. All right.
But I don't know. I've been just watching.
No,
Netflix,
that's cool.
I'm on vacation this week, so I've watched so far. I've watched
Ballers. That's a good show. That was a good I like that show.
Fast paced. Fast paced.
It was a half-hour show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I
like a quick half-hour show, though.
It's exactly.
Awesome.
And boom, just get it done.
Right.
And so that was good.
That's cool.
Power. You've been watching that?
Oh, I've watched all of the other ones too.
See, I didn't know that. Like once
Tommy's on now.
Yeah, so that's the one I've been watching.
Man.
I didn't know that.
Tommy's the man.
So once the original Ghost,
Yeah.
What was it called? Power?
Power.
Yeah, it was called
Yeah,
Power.
it's called Power.
Once that originally ended, I didn't know that they separated into three different spin-offs.
They went all off. But it took about 6 months before the first one came out, which was about his kid, Tariq.
So, you're right. So I've only been watching the one Force right now. No.
Oh, Force Tommy's.
Yeah, I haven't watched the other one.
Second season of that,
Second
right?
season, right? Yeah. So I'm watching that, which is really good. I love Tommy. He's another
good
one.
Show.
Yeah. He's not a good guy.
No,
does terrible things,
yeah,
but you feel for him, right?
Oh, yeah. He's a guy that you like.
Yeah.
Does bad things.
Does terrible
but
things.
you like him.
Yeah. It's
Again. Yeah. Certain writing, they just, I don't know. I love all those shows. The Power.
Yeah.
The one with Tommy, the one with Tariq.
And then the Senator or whatever, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what I didn't watch, though, was Billions. Did you watch that?
No.
Maria's brother did and said that I would have absolutely loved it.
Is it over now?
I think it's in the last season.
Oh,
I think it might be the last season.
Maybe it's something you pick up because there's going to be no...
I want to rewatch Prison Break.
Oh, I see. I never watched that, but I heard that was
dude,
good.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's the one that was on like Fox, right?
Correct.
Dude, you gotta watch that.
Yeah, it's good.
Unbelievable. No, seriously. Unbelievable, man. Like, you watched 24 when it was on?
Oh, yeah.
Remember how, like, you'd feel your heart racing by the end of the show?
Yeah.
That's like this.
Okay.
Like, that good. You know, you're like...
So this is good. We can give some advice to these people watching because there's not going to be any new shows coming out. So
Yellowstone,
Betty, I still haven't watched. What was it, just season 5 that was just finished
it's
up,
supposed to be coming out soon.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of this season yet because we kind of wanted to wait until they were all done with the season and then watch them all. So
I don't think the first one's been on yet anyways.
I don't think so, or 4 or whatever it was.
But yeah, no, there's been some good shows though. I mean, did you watch whatchamacallit there? Nip Tuck.
Nip Tuck.
I thought that was fantastic.
Somebody come visit us?
Yeah, I don't know if they want to come on. They can come in.
They got something to say?
You know? They're just looking around.
We can arm wrestle.
Things are cool. Yeah, we can arm wrestle. Yeah. We can have a rock concert.
Yeah. So let's talk about football.
Let's go.
So we just finished our second week. How are you doing?
I am 0-2. I'm in last place. I think I got 90 points scored. The 3 girls in the league are beating me. Yeah. But luckily, 2 of the girls are beating almost everybody.
Yeah.
So.
I'm also 0-2. I had
I am not doing well.
Which I have Josh Allen.
What?
But I have Josh Allen, but his first game.
I have Joe Burrow.
His first game, though, 3 picks,
Yeah. Joe Burrow.
He did all right yesterday for me, but.
Yeah. No, listen, I don't know. All I know is I didn't do the draft. The other guy did the draft for me.
Oh, you didn't even pick any of your players?
Nope. But I guarantee I won't be in last place, but I'll be near last place. Yeah. I'll definitely be near it.
It sucks, man. Starting off that 0-2. I looked up my projection on Thursday, and I was projected to lose by 70 points. And I'm like,
what?
I'm looking every open player. I'm like,
dude,
there's nothing I could do to make any plays to get me even close.
I'm supposed to win some of these already. Yeah. Listen, my buddy Dave said the computer said to him after the draft my team was the best one that did the draft.
Really?
And I haven't won a game yet. I know it's only
2 weeks in, but still, it's disheartening though.
Yeah.
2 weeks in, because you only play 10 weeks, or whatever, right? Or something like that.
No, you play 16 weeks.
Is it 16 weeks?
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
Well, you got to finish. Well, you got to play at least 10. Yeah, because you got to finish the playoffs while the regular season's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it's 10 or 12 weeks, or whatever. But it's insane though. I just
I'm better in hockey.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
I still haven't been able to get into hockey.
We're gonna do the hockey one. My nephew said you want to go with 12 teams, and I'm like, no, because then it takes away guys that you could, these guys in the league that you could pick up and score a hat trick, and you'd be like, why was he sitting there?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because that's how you play in the league.
Right.
So when you're down by 20, you can pick 2 or 3 guys up and maybe really win that matchup because they're that good.
Yeah. Yeah, we play with less, I guess, is more out there, but Yeah, like I don't know, man. I looked and I'm so disgusted.
Yeah.
Just so
Dude,
disgusted.
I had the first pick of the draft last year. I picked Carter McDavid.
Okay.
And I traded him. Right? And I'll say it because nobody in the league watches.
Yeah.
I traded him to a guy that's not the guys that run the league. I didn't want them to win. So I traded this dude, Connor McDavid, to make sure. I couldn't trade him to my son.
Right.
Because they would have known. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But these guys don't watch the show. So I traded to him on purpose so you wouldn't win. Yep. I'm serious.
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
That's funny. What
I didn't win either.
Yeah, exactly.
But neither did they.
Yeah. Who's your team? Who do you normally root for? Are you a Patriots guy or?
Oh, I'm a complete local guy. You know what I mean? Patriots. In football, you would also be wherever Brady played.
Yeah, you have to, right?
Yeah, but
how would you not?
But I mean, every sport, I'm a home, especially the Bruins. You know, and the Sox and the Celtics and the Patriots. You know what I mean?
And the Revolution for the soccer.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
I don't really follow soccer, but I hope they win.
Sure, why
And
not?
the Free Jacks, the rugby team.
Oh, so yeah, I didn't even know
good
what that
friend
is.
Dan Bolio of the show, Let Freedom Ring. He's a huge fan of the Free Jacks. Yeah,
Really?
And they won the championship.
Hell yeah, then. Yeah.
So Dan's a huge fan. What's up, Dan? Yeah.
Interesting.
Dan's still trying to get some softball games in with the weather permits.
Is he?
Huge softball. Oh, yeah, you know that?
The place I work, they're doing a softball game Friday night in some fields in Merrimack or something like that.
Oh, really? Well,
they're
Dan,
like,
Dan
"Sonny, wanna
plays
come
all
play?"
the time,
And-
man. He's actually really good softball player, too.
that
Like,
makes
if
sense.
you were trying to get into, like, a money thing, he'd be a guy I'd want on my team.
Yeah.
He's that good. Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's that good. But all right, Blue October.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped for that show. So I'm, like I said, it's the day before my birthday.
Yep.
I'm going on a motorcycle ride with the Elks Riders
Yep.
for a drug. It's called Chandler's
a
Ride.
drug?
It's a drug addiction awareness.
Okay.
Raising
All right.
money for drug addiction awareness, and so hopefully it's supposed to be a big ride.
Nice.
I just love riding with these guys. Just it range anywhere from early 20s to 70 years old, and we all just get on our bikes and we just go.
That's cool.
The first ride I got with them, there was like something like close to 70 bikes.
Really?
And and then there was a couple there was a truck, there was a spider, which was a slingshot. I mean,
Yeah.
So there's probably close to
Was that a bike?
yeah, motorcycle.
Yeah.
Motorcycle.
Yeah, but is that with the 3 wheels? The
Oh,
slingshot?
I know. Slingshot's a 4-wheel. Looks like a little beachcomber dune buggy thing. Pretty cool. And
Maria likes those. The ones with the 2 wheels of the one. You know what I
so
mean?
that's
The 3
the
wheels.
spider or
She
the Canadian.
really likes those. Yeah.
So they're there as well. But then we just go on these rides and nobody's. We're not speeding. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's just a nice, comfortable ride. The reason I bought a motorcycle is just because I love that feeling of just
The
that
rush.
freeness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got my bike now with the radio set up so I can listen to Shinedown or wherever and just cruise along and it's awesome. So then we're doing that ride on Saturday. I'm gonna go home, shower. We're gonna pick you up. We're gonna head to Hampton, grab some food, and then
Joe's working till
Check out that
5, so
show.
he'll just meet us up there.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
yeah, we'll go up early, park, grab some dinner.
Good, dude.
Yeah,
I'm pumped.
yeah, me too. It's gonna be good.
Did you listen to the song I sent you the other day?
No, actually, I opened it this morning and then my phone died. So
Now, spinning the truth around.
Yeah.
Incredible song, man. I've seen him do the song so many different ways, man. Just with an acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
Him and Ryan, who's got the vibe. I mean, dude,
Yeah.
You,
that time you took me to see him in Worcester, man. I was blown away.
unbelievable, right?
So freaking good.
What a
So
live.
good.
They are such a good live band, like a Tesla.
Yeah.
A great live band.
So Tuesday was Shinedown.
Yeah.
It's Papa Roach opening, and then there's a third band called Spirit Box. Right?
Yep.
And I thought, I was like, I just pictured the lineup, and I was like, well, Spirit Box is probably going to be in the same line of Papa Roach and Shinedown. So I went and listened to them.
Different.
They are not. They're
Really?
super great musicians.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
sound really, really good.
Right.
Voices are amazing. Like they have a female singer and a guy, but there's a lot of that screaming.
Yeah,
in it,
yeah.
And that is so not my
drumming heavy.
so not my scene.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
But I'm also maniacal about being anywhere early.
Yeah, yeah.
So I already told my daughter who's going with me. I said, we're going to get there early. She goes, yeah, but you didn't want to hear that band. I go, I know, but it's only like I have to fight for a seat. We're not sitting in general admission. I paid for a seat, but I want to park.
Yeah.
I want to get there. I want to be there early. That's just how I am with everything.
That's
so
why
I'm going to force myself to be there to listen to this band that I just hope live that they sound as good as they did produced.
Right.
Even though it's not my, I can still appreciate it. So it's, it's something. And then we also got tickets to see Shinedown. They're playing at Foxwoods in December.
Oh,
so we're going down to see them. Betty and I are going to go down. Already booked a room and everything. But anybody else coming up that you're going to go see?
No, but Ace Frehley was just in Nashua, man. I'm pissed that I didn't go.
Right down the road.
I really am. But I mean, I was going somewhere. I just saw Bret Michaels. Bret Michaels, Jefferson Starship.
You saw them? Where did you see them?
In Guilford.
Oh, no
Bret
kidding.
Michaels' Summer Bash or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It was, like I said, it was Jefferson Starship, Bret Michaels, somebody else opened up, and they were good. Oh, come on, they're like a glam band. They coming to me. But
LA Guns or something like that?
No, I wish
Okay,
it was
all right.
LA Guns. I'd remember if it was LA Guns.
Yeah.
But it was a good show. Jefferson Starship, man. All they played was their radio songs, and they got a lot of them, man.
You forget those are those bands that you forget how many songs they had.
Dude, White Rabbit, I was ecstatic for, man. That's like one of my favorite songs.
Crazy, right?
I love that song.
I didn't realize that Bret even played up in Guilford. I didn't know that. I probably would have gone to see that.
So good. And Bret Michaels had Mark McGrath, the Sugar Ray, and he sang his 2 hits.
Yeah.
And then he had a dude that sang for Journey. So he did 4 Journey tunes.
Yeah.
But I was laughing Mark McGrath has only got 2 songs. That's it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Sugar
But it
Ray.
was cool, though. He had fun. You know what I mean? Everybody was having fun.
Yeah, that's probably a good
Do
summer
you know who
tour.
I saw there? The woman with the best hugs in the world. Do you remember who?
No.
Angel Sinclair.
Oh,
Michelle.
Yeah.
Yep.
How's she doing?
Good. She had posted that she was at the show, and I'm like, I'm going to be there too.
Yeah.
Then I'm just sitting there in my seat, and all of a sudden, it was her and her boyfriend.
Nice.
She still gives the greatest hugs in the world. Met her boyfriend, nice guy.
Nice.
Talked to her for a bit. It was funny because I was with my friend Dave Clary, and for some reason I brought her up and said, because he lives in Milford. I'm like, we should go one night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I'll go. I don't care. And I'm like, all right. So then she came, and I said, remember I was telling you about this is Michelle.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I never really talked to her about anything like that before, but she was cool, man.
She is. She was always nice.
Awesome.
I liked her. Yeah.
Well, her shows, I mean, they're more than just, taking your clothes. And it's
Right. They're like
it's a production,
show.
man. It's a real show.
Yeah.
It's
like wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah. But she's awesome. She was a pretty good worker too, dude. In the short time she wrestled.
Yeah, she was getting there.
She was getting booked in New Jersey, New York.
She connected.
Yeah, dude. She really did.
I think she connected well. So
I thought she was great.
What did she doing a tag with Julian's wife there? What's her name? Susanna?
Yeah, Susanna. But remember they did it for APW, and then they said one of them got COVID the day of the show. Couple hours before the show, and I don't think they've done anything since. I've asked Susanna, what's up? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, it's too bad. But it's so weird. You know this. One guy you see in the wrestling ring, you'll see him in the ring every weekend for 10 weeks.
Yeah.
And then boom, he's gone.
Yeah.
And you're never going to see him again.
Speaking of guys you had on here, you helped relaunch his career is Mike Crockett. With this, you follow him on the TikTok every day. He posts that.
Guess what? He hit me up and said he's willing to do another one.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa.
Hey, I made him feel, you know what I mean?
You're easy to talk to, Leo.
Crockett is awesome too, man.
He's awesome.
I love that guy.
He just hit me up today asking me about a show.
Really?
That I didn't have. It was a Costa show. It was a Lobsterman show. But I wasn't working for Costa at that point. He was just looking for some information on the show. And I didn't have any.
Right.
Unfortunately. But he did hit me up a couple weeks ago when he did the anniversary of Chris Duffy's death.
Yes.
And he hit me up if I had any funny stories. And I was like, I really don't, because the only time I spent with Chris is when we tagged together those handful of times. Wow. And then in the locker room, him, Brian, and Mad Dog Richard, just the four of us.
Yeah.
But I didn't really have any stories to share, which was unfortunate because I would have loved to, imparted anything, but I just didn't have anything. But yeah, that's awesome that Crockett's doing stuff like that.
I love that.
I think it's
but that's not because of me.
Yeah, I say it is. Like the one he did today was like a whole production.
I didn't see today's yet.
Oh. Really? Like, I don't know where this guy comes up with the time, but he actually puts together
good, man.
He is, and he's funny, and he puts them all together, and he ties everything together. Yeah. This is really good. So
he was funny. He said to me, I don't know why you think I'd be a good guest. I'm like, because everyone knows who you are.
Everybody knows. He was so unassuming, though. Even when he was booking, like, he would never tell anybody he was the book.
He's a good dude, man. He really is, you know.
Yeah.
I like him a lot, so I'm definitely going to have him
on again. Definitely get him on again, yeah.
You know? But, Sonny, did you know I graduated 40 years this year at high school?
40 years ago.
Yeah, and it's our reunion, and I don't think I'm going. I'm an idiot, huh? I should go, huh?
Yeah, what the hell? Why not?
Yeah.
Leo, thanks for having me, boss.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Number 10 or 11 or 32 or something?
It's got to be probably, honestly, if I had to guess, you're close to a dozen.
Absolutely, I think so.
You know, I think some of my favorite ones are when you interviewed me.
Yeah, we should do that again soon.
I love those.
We should do that again.
Everyone get mad. They all want to interview me now.
Yeah, no.
Guys, we're out. Peace. Hi, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Listen, I could use a little help to grow my YouTube channel. So if you could please like, share, and subscribe. That's most importantly, subscribe. Send me a direct message, and I'll give you a shout out here on the show. My YouTube channel is real simple. It's just my name, Leo Connors. Thanks in advance. Peace.